The red light on?
Yeah, there's a red light.
Red camera?
Yeah, red
Cool.
camera. Please.
I've got a safety screw that's drilled and tapped to keep these from flying off. Quarter turn, wiggle, come up you go. Yeah, we just took the wheel off. 4 piston, we're going all the way around. There's clips and stuff like that, but we'll go through that later. All the way to here. Yeah? And now, we're looking at these 2 bolts. This is the brake line, right? This is the wiry thingy for the brake wear sensor. This thing, and they've just kind of wrapped it around the plastic pluggy for the brake bleed nipple. So I can disengage that and then put that back so that can be taken out. I mean, we could just do that now. So it's just a little clip, little clippity clip. Try to loosen the clip up as much as you can. Simple. Little unplug. It's not a twist and unplug, it's just a pull out unplug. As per usual, all of my cables are gonna, if they have any coating on them, they're gonna get completely like rooted. The big 1.9. These are 19 mil. Holy banana. Alright, but I don't think I need that much cleanup. So I'm gonna spread these bolts down here, which you can't see, but I'll tell you about them later. So that's that. 19 mil. 19 mil at maximum yield. Okay. Sweet Mother America. That's good. Brake. And everyone's like, well, why don't you have a ratchet breaker bar? And I'm like, because ratchets have teeth. And last thing I need is something to break while I'm putting 874,000 metric tons of pressure on something, right? I trust my biceps more than I trust 72 binky little gears. A never-ending boat. Hello. Alright, so you're definitely ready to come off. Hi, bud. I'll bring you over here. This is the little rubbery thingy. Or nuggy. I don't know how you pronounce the words. Okay. That's that. I've got a new set from Garage Stick. Yeah, these look pretty worn out, man. They're pretty like, ooh, they don't feel that softy soft. That is super grippy. Okay. I mean, these are OEM. You can tell because it's got the holes in it, right? There we go. Just takes a little bit of juice. That's actually not bad. I was thinking this is gonna be like rust welded on. Okay. That is a beefcake. Alright, according to BMW, is just something that's meant to just come off. Yes, that tiniest bit of pressure. You go nice and easy. Granted, I'm probably going to get a new one anyways with the new hub kit, but if I could not damage things, I'd prefer that. Far up, we got no room with this bloody ladder thing. Needle nose pliers. You've got that room, yeah, and that's it. Just get it working. See how there's a bit of this indent there and a little indent there. What you want to do is get in, and you want that to completely come out. No conviction, no collateral. See? Now that we've got it, right? The diameter is free on the whole hub. Yes, peanut butter, good, very good. I found it was cheaper to get a 3/4 inch drive and then get an adapter for it than to buy a 1/2 inch 46 mil. Like, significantly less expensive. There we go. Okay. That actually wasn't much force. I thought it would be significantly more. I thought I was gonna have to get, you know, it's like when people talk about the crank nut on these cars. Like, you need a 10-foot pole and 5 friends and Bob, your uncle. He shows up in a lot of stuff, man. Negative on all things. Well, we'll get to that anyway. So then I've got this. It's a 75 mil. You can use something bigger, I would imagine. I'm gonna see. So I'll get this on the center punch hole, yeah, and then okay, all right, and hold on, let's back this out a little bit more. Yeah. What about you, Jim? I think I'm gonna have to back you out all the way to get to the other. Ooh, we're maxing this thing out. All right, stay on the button. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Dexterosity exercise. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm literally not applying. I'm finger turning this, and it's coming out. So don't have to. I was gonna go berserk and like get an 8-inch puller and right, and I was gonna be ready for the apocalypse on this thing, but this thing's walking out with just my hand. Okay. Alrighty. I should just plump you up on the suspension. So what I've got, which is the other style, is a 2-jaw. Has these little teeth on it, and it's enough clearance. This is a 5-inch one, a 5-inch. I thought it was 6 when I ordered it, but I measured it and it turns out it's 5. So it goes in there and it holds onto the lip. So we'll do the same thing we did before. Darn. Yeah, I can't use these because they get in the way of the hub. Why don't I realize? Captain Hardway, Captain Hardway, he's gotta learn it the hard way before he learns it at all. Captain Hardway. Okay, so that can stay there. These go on like that, and then we just get a little bit of pressure. See, again, just hand turning. You just need something to help you. Some people have used channel locks or vice grips or multi grips or whatever you call it. They just grab it from the sides and just wiggle it off. If you can, this is like $5, $10, whatever. Get it. Just the less stress you put on things, the better. It also means less stress for you. You don't sit here and try to wrangle this thing up. Okay. So the dust cover on the back looks fine. Needs a little bit of a cleanup. This is just about... Really? You're gonna give me trouble right there? Right at the end? Alright. Alright. And that's that. That's the inner race. So that's SKF. These are made in France. There's a number here, and that's what I'm interested in, is this number. Alright. Is it a fine, see that? That's a fine tooth on the hub. I do not think these teeth can come out. A little bit of juice. A little juice, a little juicy juice. Some of that juice. Get some of that juice. There we go. Okay, so that's that, and that's that, and that's that. So now we've got all these lines, and there, in this horrible cacophony of garbage, is the brake line. There's the hub. Then we get closer, and there's the wires. This is the brake sensor wire, this one, that we unplugged earlier, and this is the ABS sensor that I will remove shortly. That is down there. It's down there, but I've covered it with the battery. Oh my god. Yeah. This could have been much worse, so I am surprised and the pleasant with this one. Release. Okay, so that came out. That means this guy's free. Free. Whoa, that is heavy, man. These four piston ones. Holy bananas. Alright, we'll do a teardown on this. Looks like the approach is gonna be, it's two halves, so there's these ginormous bolty bolts over here on the tops. 1, 2, 3, 4. How's that? That's pretty good. And there's it's an Allen. Hi, Allen. I'm guessing the Germans, yeah, used the same size Allen as the one before, yeah? The one for the, yeah, sehr gut. Sehr gut and sehr nice. And is that what I'm reduced to? Is that what I'm reduced to? Can I do it from down here? I is the best. I think I'll post this in the description.
Chances are, they're gummed up, and so WD-40, a little bit of wedge. Alright, this is where I'm got the new ones. So these are actually E32, so 7 series front hubs. They're 2 mil larger in diameter than the BMW M5 ones. So a really good alternative, because the original ones are very difficult to find, and if not, incredibly overpriced. So that's just me checking hub and diameter, and things doesn't look like grossly out of place. And the next part of it is going to be, masking it off. I wanted to put a little bit of protective paint on the hub just to keep it from flash rusting. So it's just a cold galvanized spray. You can get it from any kind of hobby shop. This is just me putzing around in the backyard, covering up all these different spots. I use cardboard. You can use tape. Get creative. The dust cover here is got to go and seal the back of the hub. Generally, it's quite easy to pop in just by hand, and it has a metal stop on it. So there you can see that it sits inside when you've seated the hub properly. That way prevents any grime and dirt and water from getting in there. So that's it. I had them cleaned and zinc plated, there you go. There's my second BMW wanker tool. I had one that you saw for the rear hubs, and I went ahead and got the one for the front hubs. There are other videos, E30s, E46s, most of them all have this all-in-one hub assembly style for the front. It's just this little bit of a difference with regards to how they align and the type of threads. So I've got it almost seated. I just wanted you guys to see, or you everyone's. So when I actually seat it all the way and it bottoms out and it tucks in for that rear dust cover. So that's how you know everything is secured. And then that's it. All those parts just come out. Just makes life a tiny bit easier. And I got these shocks I put in, but I think I changed them later on. I went with Ireland Engineering down the line. I'll put some of that in some other time. And then just reusing the same hub nut. Wasn't overly damaged, wasn't overly corroded. And then, yeah, make sure you torque it all the way down. If you know you've done it right when it basically lines up perfectly. And then the pin goes, you just push the little tab back in. Same thing with these front covers. I was gentle when extracting. So got them zinced and chromated so they can just go back on. There's the newly painted ones. You can see where it's bare. And if there's a little excess, that's fine. When you do your pad seating, it'll just burn off and you won't have to worry about it. And just kind of the reverse of before, that 5mm Allen. And yeah, just a little test listen. Thanks for hanging out.